Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters cast, and it's going to be another one. It's going to be a PvZ with a couple of players we haven't seen a lot of, but I've cast Curious a few times from this main tournament, I think, from this tournament, and a couple of the other of the IEM Season 8 related ones, or Season 7, whatever. But anyway, Curious is awesome, and he's actually down the bottom, so I'm not looking at the right person here. But Curious is on the other tab. He's 24 years of age, from South Korea, plays for the Startail team, and yeah, he's awesome. So that's all you really need to know about him. He's going for a pool first build. Looks like a maybe a 12 pool there. I do not know. Maybe a 14 pool, but it seemed like a 12 pool considering how fast it was built. I can't imagine there was a 10 pool, because a 10 pool, he would not be up to 15 workers at the moment, so it would be just crazy. And up the top, Mr. SaSe. SaSe? I'm not sure how to say it, but I don't like saying SaSe just because, I don't know, it's a bit of a gay word. So, yeah, I'm just going to call him SaSe. And if I am saying it incorrectly, then somebody will post in the comments saying, hey, Harry, you're saying it correctly. And I'll be like, yes, understood. And then I'll probably just keep saying SaSe because I really don't want to say SaSe. Yeah, anyway. So, moving on to this game is actually QXG, which leads me to believe that he was part of Quantic Gaming at some point, which he was. Maybe, yeah, but apparently he was. So, anyway, before I get ahead of myself, he's 26 years old, he's from Sweden, he's not currently part of a team, but he was part of Quantic Gaming at some point, and then part of Fnatic up to about February 2014. After which he is not part of any team at all, so... and he's just putting down pylons for the Lynx to play with. It's like, if these guys were cats, this would be like a scratching post or something like that. Except that these cats are really, really brutal, and they actually destroy their scratching post after like 10 minutes, so... There we go, the sentry coming up. Is he going to be able to block it off? Yes, he's got the pylons up, and the sentry goes to work. I don't know if they can actually save it, but the Mothership Core going to be given some backup. And I think that SaSe is going to hold here. Without a doubt, he's going to hold there. The Lynx trying their absolute best. They do have speed, and while SaSe is going to hold, I don't know about this. They've got a little bit of DPS, but yeah, no, you know what? Probably not. Probably not. Unless he gets a massive amount of Lynx. Maybe this would be enough. Just those Lynx to run in and surround the Nexus, maybe able to take it out. But who knows? There he goes. That's obviously his plan. And I think it's definitely possible that it could work, because that is a lot of Ling DPS right there. He's going to start losing a lot, but he's doing some excellent micro away from the Mothership Core, and... Oh man, getting a bit of a cough. There's something in the back of my throat. I don't know what it is, but it's all messed up. And here he goes. He is committed to taking this thing down, and I think he is going to get it. I don't think that SaSe is going to be able to hold this many Lings off. I mean, he hasn't pulled any units out so far, so... Oh, beautiful force field there. That Zealot is kind of on the wrong side, but actually these Lings almost breaking through, even though they got split off from the rest of their forces. So, a couple of Lings are going to go down, and the Mothership's Core scares everything else away. Oh, man. Oh, man. I should have got a drink before I started casting this, but... whatever, we're just going to go ahead and yeah, I just had a drink. It was like, I don't know how old that drink was, but my guess is it would be measured in hours, definitely, and not the small amount of hours. So not good, definitely not good. But Curious's play so far in this game is very, very good. That Ling, oh, please do not tell me this space is going to get taken out again. SaSe, you cannot fall for the same thing twice. He's got to get some units out. He's rushing for a Dark Shrine. Yeah, I'd say rushing. I mean, 8-minute mark, getting a Dark Shrine, that's pretty much rushing. It's not cheesing, but it's definitely rushing. So cheesing would be, I don't know what cheesing would be. Cheesing would be not even getting this, just going straight for it. ASCP, that's cheesing, but I guess this is just rushing. So got a single DT coming out, and whether or not he's going to actually try and sneak it into the back of the base and try to do stuff, I do not know, but Mr. Curious has a Spore Crawler already, and of course he's got the Overlords over there, so he knows the Dark Shrine is there. absolutely 100% knows the Dark Shrine is there. You can actually see it right now, so it's going to be no worries at all. And here he goes, the forces finally moving out to actually secure this natural base. And yeah, should be fine. Those Lings, Curious is doing a fantastic job with those Lings, getting out there, constantly harassing, constantly hitting. And yeah, really knocked SaSe behind quite a bit. The worker count favouring Curious, not as much as it could have been though. And I've got to be a little bit surprised that he has not gone for a third base, given how much of a map control he currently has. We can see he's going for a third base here. And of course, naturally, the DT goes straight for it. So, yeah, unfortunate there. He's going to have to get some sort of mobile detection. He's trying to surround it. He thought about surrounding it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he didn't quite see it, but there we go. The Overseer is out on the map. And that is going to be that for the DTs. So, it's not really much that the DTs can do anymore. I don't know if SaSe is going to try and get a Warp Prism or do something crazy with that. Oh, the Lings continuing to stream in. They got sort of screwed there, but they have burrowed. And where is SaSe's detection? There it is. There's his observer. Finally coming out to help, and it does end up seeing all of those guys. So good job from Mr. SaSe. And yeah, after getting pretty well owned early game, he has sort of come back a bit. But Curious has not been slacking off at all. He has jumped into the roach production. He's now got a very decent amount of roaches. And yeah, 14 roaches throwing off against SaSe. We'll see if SaSe can deal with these. I think he may be able to. He has continued to build up forces. He's got one Immortal coming out, which would be a very nice counter. His DT tech is a little bit of a waste at this point, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I think that this is a little bit too fortified for Curious to be able to get through. So he did transition out of Lings into Roaches, but I don't think the Roaches are going to be able to make something happen here. And the Immortal is just going to be the nail in the coffin for these Roach forces. So Curious did transition out of Lings, but obviously Roaches, a little bit too late for him to be thinking about just going pure Roach and actually owning SaSe. He has got far enough into his army size that he is definitely going to be able to hold off just Roaches. So Hydras are coming out, and Hydras maybe what's going to be needed here if Curious can get enough of them, because Hydras will definitely own most of these forces. And it'll just come down to how much SaSe is going to transition. If SaSe is going to figure out exactly what is coming. Has he seen the Hydralisk Den? No, he has not. So hasn't managed to scout that yet. So yes, what is he going to do? We've got the Robotics Bay coming out. So Colossus Tech is on the way. And that is definitely good news for SaSe. He's, how many Robo facilities does he have? Yeah. Don't you just hate it when there's something in your mouth and you just can't get rid of it? It sucks. Okay, moving on anyway. The Roaches getting absolutely destroyed. I don't know what Curious was planning to do there, but whatever he was planning, it failed miserably. And I mean, he's not high enough on the population to be thinking about chucking away those Roaches, so I gotta feel like that was just some sort of failed attack, which maybe just a lapse in his common sense was what caused that attack to actually go ahead, because you really shouldn't be going ahead with that sort of attack. You just, if you want to pull back, you just pull back, but you definitely don't go in and engage and lose all those Roaches. That's not a good idea. But anyway, looks like Curious is on the defensive, and he's got a ton of Hydras, and that was beautiful from SaSe, just pulling everything out of there. He saw exactly what he needed to see. He saw there was a ton of Hydras and a good smattering of everything else, and he's putting down a few more gateways, and I would not be surprised to see a second Robo facility coming out for Mr. SaSe, because he could definitely use it right here. And speaking of which, if he's got two Robo facilities, two Colossus at the same time, he's gonna need the gas, he's gonna need the third base, and that is what he's going for right here. So great job there on getting that down. But yeah, definitely for double Colossus, he needs that third base for the gas, and I really think that double Colossus is going to be a major help right here, because with single Colossus, I just don't know. I just don't know if it's going to be enough if Curious decides to go out and attack now. I mean, there's not really much that SaSe can do about it right now. He's going to have 2 Colossus by the time these forces come in, and maybe that'll be enough, but I don't know. It depends on the positioning. This is not good positioning. SaSe is downhill, but he's going to pull back a little bit, and here we go. Some nice force fields are going to be forcing that away. Going up the top, is Curious going to turn around? No, he's just going to leave it there, and yeah, I suppose that's fine. Maybe waiting till he maxes out. Maybe waiting for level 2 upgrades. Can't really say what he's waiting for at the moment, but I'm quite sure that he does have a plan in mind. And yeah, look at this stuff. 1 Colossus. SaSe is being very, very aggressive with just 1 Colossus. I'm quite surprised here because, I mean, Corruptors could be coming out at any second. Vipers could be coming out at any second. Here's the 2nd Colossus, which almost got mangled on the way there by a couple of roaches. But here we go. The Vipers are coming out from Mr. Curious, and that is going to be the anti-Colossus play. But they're not here right now, so the Colossus are going to be able to do a very, very good job while they're out there. Viper's almost out. And here we go. Curious is engaged. He's going to take quite a beating until the Vipers come out and take care of those Colossus, because the Colossus right now doing a very, very, very nice job at just shredding all of those forces. And I dare say the Vipers are too late right here. They're not. I mean, they can come out and you can't yank the Colossus into nothing. You need to be able to yank it into something. There we go. Yanks it in. But the Stalkers just blink on top of the Colossus. So it's just an amazing amount of damage being done there. The 2nd Colossus does go down, but the amount of Stalkers in this army is just overwhelming, and Curious has to give the GG right there. So really, really great job by SaSe. He got his 2 Colossus out, and he went in there and he did as much damage as he possibly could, and ended up taking it out. And it basically comes down to Curious not being quite fast enough with the counter to Colossus. Now, did he know about the robotics facility? How was he scouting? Not that good. See, if he had moved this Overlord down a little bit, scouted this robotics bay, we would have seen Vipers a hell of a lot earlier in this game, and that would not have been the slaughter that we saw. I mean, the Colossus would have been taken out in 2 seconds flat using the Vipers, and then Curious would have been in a much better position, and I would say probably would have won that battle. Probably. But the Colossus just did a phenomenal amount of damage. They single-handedly turned the tide of that battle and single-handedly won SaSe the game. So really, really great job there. And it just shows you how critical scouting can be at a particular point. So, I mean, the absolute best to the best to the best to the best will know, okay, I've revealed my Hydras. In the next minute or so, he's going to have a counter to Hydras. I got to make sure I scout that. I got to make sure I know whether it's High Templar or Colossus coming out. And I mean, there's no doubt that there's going to be a counter out there. It's not like just like, well, I revealed my Hydras, but he's not going to do anything about it. It's like, all right, a minute from now, there is 100% going to be a Templar Archives or a Robotics Bay on the map. I'm going to find out where the damn thing is 1 minute from now. And that's all there is to it. You got to scout that. And in this case, we didn't see Curious scout that, and he ended up paying the price. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching this awesome game, and yeah, stay tuned tomorrow for another one. So I'll catch you guys then. This has been Hairy Muppet, and I hope you enjoyed this game.